Welcome to the Mobcast podcast, where we talk fast and talk trash. I'm your host, Bulls East New York. Running a little late, trying to get it together. Pardon me. This this works a little better. You know what I'm saying? I know I said 8 o'clock. Still be on my nigga time. You know what I mean? Been trying to work on that forever. Yeah. Peace, y'all. Peace, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to the Mobcast podcast, where we talk fast and talk trash. I'm your host, Bulls East New York. All tuning in. Salute, y'all. So, first things, before we get started, I want to apologize to y'all because I did some misinformation. About some shit. You know what I'm saying? Just coming out of, the work that I was doing and protocols and rules and regs and, what I'm saying, all this other stuff. So sometimes I feel, I didn't always follow the rules, or the protocol, it's policy and there's procedure. So in my last podcast, I was talking about the bodega, the bodega beating with the police with the dude with the teal shorts. And I was saying, how he was resisting. And I'm quite sure that the police came up on him and questioned him, this, that, and that, which escalated to whatever he made through, whatever made that situation happen. I felt the police probably came up, asked him a few questions, and made it escalate, and then it just got crazy. And it usually gets recorded when the spot get crazy. But apparently I was wrong. These cops was all out of pocket. Totally out of pocket. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Is it possible? When I got out of pocket, department slaved me, and these cops are out of pocket. Extremely out of pocket. Like, extremely. A lot of, like I said, they had no body worn cameras. They had everything. They just came in there on some, it was just basically a beat down. You know what I'm saying? I don't know the detective police protocol on how they supposed to do things, but I just know dealing with the public and the temperature and the climate of the way things now, that is, we don't police like that. So let me show you where I was wrong at. And like I said, I want to apologize to everybody because I was totally wrong. So these dudes was bugging out. Bear with me, y'all. Pawn self. Boom. All right. So this is the actual beginning before the girl started recording on her camera. So you can't hear nothing. But this is just actually the beginning of when the guy walked in the liquor store, going to get his liquor, whatever. This is what transpired.
Tuesday. This surveillance video from inside the store was obtained by WCBS and is part of the NYPD's internal investigation. Okay, so here's the very start of the video. You see Mr. Brown right there. He goes down the aisle. I'm keeping it horizontal. Those are the two witnesses right there. I don't believe this video has been seen before, so I'm playing it all out. And here are the two officers that walk in, making contact with Mr. Brown, trying to place him under arrest. You see the witnesses. Notice something's happening. And You see what's happening here. We have seen this part before. They are recording at this point, the witnesses, and punches are being thrown. It's getting increasingly violent. And Mr. Brown hits the bottles. We have seen that before. And replaying it again, just for you to see the very start of it.
You probably did if the same thing would have happened to me. You just ain't gonna come up and walk up to me and just start grabbing my wrist, telling me to put my hands behind my back. And when I'm like, yo, what you doing? Like, what's going on? And then slam my head into the wall, into the glass, refrigerator thing over there. Like, watch.
Mr. Brown goes down that aisle.
You coming in here looking for some liquor. Coming in here buying liquor. I ain't did nothing.
I just want to show you the moment when the officers come, and when they first made contact, a lot of people were like, well, what happened before the cell phone video? Here it is. As soon as we got it, we're bringing it to you, and here are the officers. And there.
Just straight reach for his wrist to put cuffs on him. Like, what we doing?
They are making contact with Mr. Brown. Okay. And I did speak.
I did the same thing. I just snatched away too, and same outcome. This is homie that they duffed out. Get paid, brother. I ain't mad. Get paid. Get paid.
Exclusively with Mr. Brown. If you haven't seen that video yet, it is posted on my profile. And we did report on another update on WCBS last night about this drug operation. Listen.
NYPD sources confirmed the 8 members of the narcotics team involved in last week's arrest are set to be transferred effective Monday. Now, it's unclear where they'll be reassigned. The 2 detectives caught on camera in that arrest have already been placed on modified duty assignments.
Okay, and this man, Ronald Maxwell, told me that he was also arrested that Tuesday near Baltic and Hoyt in that same drug operation. He said he was taken back to the precinct, then he was released without charges because he says he too was wrongfully arrested, just like Mr. Timothy Brown. The NYPD told me, quote, there is not an arrest on file based on the information provided. So that is the very latest. As soon as I learn anything else, we'll be sure to bring it to you right here. I'm Masa from CBS News New York. That's Channel 2. And thank you so much for watching.
All right, let me give y'all a little bit of advice. I'm no lawyer, right? I'm no lawyer, but let me give y'all a little bit of advice from the experience that I have in working with this kind of work. So I never met with police contact. First of all, you should always have ID, right? When your ID is actually be presented, you should always have ID to be able to present your ID. 2, if you get the road cops like these cops did, or whatever the case may be, duff you out, whatever the case may be, once they basically punch you, kick, whatever the case may be, you know, they didn't utilize what they call a soft hand techniques. All of a sudden they start punching you, whatever, blah, blah, just down the third, throw you on the ground, get you on the floor, blah, boom, boom, boom. You ask for medical attention, right? This is for my people. This ain't for the asshole that's out there just being a fucking asshole, because I'm not feeling y'all motherfuckers that be, you know, on some asshole shit in the hood, you know, walking up the police, just fucking with them. I'm not feeling that. I don't really fuck with y'all. So, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, we not doing that. But, you know, you coming home, whatever the case may be, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, the police run down on you, whatever case may be. You ask them what happened. They ain't even trying to hear you. They trying to cuff you, whatever, boom, boom, boom. You know, your reflexes just snatch away one time. Bow! They can rock your shit. Boom. All right, boom. Now you, whatever. Eventually we end up complying. They get you arrested. Yo, I want medical attention. I need to go to the hospital. Right? I need to go to the hospital because you need this altercation documented. Just like they said with Homeboy, that they don't got no record of him being arrested or whatever the case may be. You go to the hospital. The hospital is going to document what happened everything that you said, the hospital is going to document it. You know what I'm saying? I see you, boy. Give me a second. Let me finish my soliloquy. I see you, boy. The hospital is going to document, your situation, and then you go from there. Like I said, this is for the average citizen. Let's say for the clown that's out here running down on police with your fucking cell phone, and you talking tough. You've never been in trouble before, and you talking tough. So, this is for my people that's doing the right thing, because these cops was extremely wrong. You know what I'm saying? But I got my man once again on deck. You know what I'm saying? My man Trim King on deck. Peace to the guard. Peace to the guard. You know what I'm saying?
Peace to the guards, God to the peace. What's going on?
Peace, King. How you, family?
Yo, everything's blessed, man. How you, King? Everything all right?
Same old, man. I've said 8 o'clock. I still, I'll be on that CPT time. What they call that color people time. I'm on that. Son, I just can't get it together, son. I don't know.
Yo, man, listen, man, it's in our DNA, man. Me too, man. I be trying to do. Listen, I be having the mentality of the pale, man, but it just don't be getting like that at times. So I gotta respect it. Gotta respect the DNA,
Yeah. So I was just breaking it down to the people. With the police that duffed out son in the bodega. So the last podcast, I was, I ain't gonna say I was team police, but just coming from the work that we used to do, rules and regs, protocols, there were certain things that we had to follow. Did we always follow it? Nah, because I know how it get. But at the end of the day, we tried. These police were straight up out of pocket, son. I don't know if I showed you. I don't know if you saw the beginning. Did you see?
Nah, yeah, I definitely peeped your your podcast the last episode, definitely dope.
Yeah, so I was team police, but let me just run it back for you about the beginning of what happened with homie. This this when homie first walked in. This is before the cell phone footage started, because I thought the policeman came up asking for his ID, did a proper protocol ID. Yeah. Homie like, nah, fuck out of here, whatever, what, and shit escalated. But right. these dudes was these niggas was just, wild for the night.
Of the violent arrest of Timothy Brown at a liquor store in Brooklyn last Tuesday. This surveillance video from inside the store was obtained by WCBS and is part of the NYPD's internal investigation. Okay, so here's the very start of the video. You see Mr. Brown right there. He goes down the aisle. I'm keeping it horizontal. Those are the two witnesses right there. I don't believe this video has been seen before, so I'm playing it all out. And here are the two officers that walk in, making contact with Mr. Brown, trying to place him under arrest. You see the witnesses. Notice something's happening.
Son, that could have happened to me. So if I walk in the liquor store not knowing going on, then all of a sudden two police just walk up, grab him. They ain't saying nothing to me, just grabbing my hands, trying to place cuffs on me. My reflexes alone are gonna start. Yo, what you doing? Hold on, what y'all, you know what I'm saying? And you slam my head into the window, into the refrigerator. It's gonna go wrong for me too.
You see what's happening here. We have seen this part before.
They duffed them. Boom.
We are recording at this point, the witnesses, and punches are being thrown. It's getting increasingly violent.
Son, that's a beatdown, son. They just walked in there and beat son up.
And Mr. Brown hits the bottles. We have seen that before. And replaying it again, just for you to see the very start of it. Mr. Brown goes down that aisle. I just want to show you the moment when the officers come, and when they first made contact, a lot of people were like, well, what happened before the cell phone video? Here it is. As soon as we got it, we're bringing it to you, and here are the officers. And there they are making contact with Mr. Brown. Okay. And I did speak exclusively with Mr. Brown. If you haven't seen that video yet, it is posted.
So my thing is, I was just explaining to the people how they said they arrested another dude and they don't have it on record that the guy was even arrested. So I'll just explain it to, the people that you come in, police get, handle you like that, this, that, and the third, found out you the wrong dude, and then just want to let you go out the back door. You ask for medical attention. If they deny you medical attention, that's a whole nother issue that the police gonna have. They denying you medical attention. Niggas beat you up, you want medical attention. If they deny you medical attention, you go to the hospital and you tell the hospital what happened. The hospital is going to document everything and this, that, and the third. Then when you file your whatever, blah, 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 they do their investigation, they see what happened. Police, that's a whole nother can of worms that the police gonna have to deal with. But last podcast, like I said, I was, like on some I think homie probably escalated it because he definitely was resisting. He wasn't giving his hands up. But I kind of see why. What's your take on that, family?
All right. So on the medical aspect of it, right? Like, just speak on the first part, right?
Yeah.
That's neither here for. I mean, like I said, I'm speaking from corrections. I don't know about PD, right? But people, like, it's incumbent upon them to provide medical regardless. Once we have use of force,
that's what I'm talking about.
So it's not incumbent upon the people to ask for medical. So let them not give you medical. That's more of a lawsuit that they're exiting their duties. Cool, no problem. Don't give me medical. When you release me through out the back door, I'm going straight to the hospital. And I'm documenting that the police beat me up after that. Now that's showing negligence in their duties. So that's on the first part. Cool. All right. So even before, when I saw the first part, right, without seeing today, I already knew they was nasty work. Because first and foremost, you walking up on that man, right? The thing about it was that he was the person in questioning. Somebody
that's the language that they use in question.
Right. It's quote unquote somebody pointing me out, but it's not saying that you saw me. It's not surveillance saying that you saw me do a hand to hand. So, like, how you apprehended me in an arrest and I'm the person in questioning. So now,
I don't mean to cut you off. They said a person in question was somebody wearing green.
Right. So I'm a person in questioning. Why? So hold on. You attacking me like wild dogs? All right, cool. Not only that, it's no identification, right? So
nobody worn cameras. Nobody worn cameras.
I'm going to get to that. But what was the immediate response that you had to go straight to the attack? That man wasn't a threat. That it had to lead to that. So force has to be matched. So you apprehended me on what accord? Green shorts? So
let me break down to the people. So all the people my man that's talking was my supervisor when we was working. So this is his expertise is 1,000%, right? So this is who I took orders from. This was my supervisor. So this is who this information that y'all getting is coming from straight from the source. Pause yourself, family. Go ahead, dog.
Nah, of course, bro.
Yeah, I gotta give you that. I gotta give you the accolades.
You know, we low key. We out here.
Niggas is professional out here. I will let you know, my man definitely know what he's talking about. This is all the way 100% supervision from the top to the bottom. This is pure facts of what you need to do, peoples. You're getting it from the source. We ain't lawyers, but we're getting it from the source on how we did things. Right. My bad, family. Go ahead.
Yeah. So, in addition to that, right? So you already you had an ongoing assault. That's just what it is. They assault and battery off the rip, right? Cool. You assaulted the man. Then you're going straight for quote unquote, right? I don't know if their use of force may have changed, but you're seeing a lot more headshots. Definitely. That's deadly physical force.
Definitely.
Right? So now then the dude even kicked him. And if you see it, right, you have him laying down on his stomach with his fixation. With two gentlemen that look like they're over 200 pounds, one laying on him, the other one stepping on him. So, like, it's a lot of things going on. And the thing about it is, like last time, like you said, is like, yo, you know what? Like, I get the fact of, like, I see, like, in this aspect, totally wrong. But like I said, like, I see why people not giving ID now. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, King. it's some things I'm not doing, fam.
Right.
Like we from the hood, right?
Facts. Facts.
I'm gonna apply with everything the police is saying, but I'm not getting on my knees, fam. You know why? Because I don't know if if you're gonna end my life.
That's a fact.
Unjust. So therefore, right, I get on my knees for God. I'm not getting on my knees for no man, B. Like you could cuff me standing up over the car. You could all that, right? I'm gonna comply with everything else. I'm not getting on my knees though, fam, because at the
You're
end
not
of the
throwing
day,
me on the floor just to, you're
yeah,
not just
you're not doing all that.
throwing
So
me on the floor. You're not doing that. Yeah, I'm not having that.
you got to come get this.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to come get this. You're gonna have to like realistically, God gave me this life respectfully, and I'm not saying this. We're gonna go live and all that. And I'm not saying I'm all law enforcement. Like, listen, right is right, wrong is wrong. I'm gonna comply. However, fam, you could cuff me from up here. I'm gonna show you my hands and all that. I'm not getting on the floor because at the end of the day, you get crazy like that, yo, you're gonna have to come get it, man.
Yeah,
You gotta come get it.
No, that's a fact. Yeah, you're not just gonna walk up on me, throw me on the floor, cuff me, leave me on the floor, figure out what's going on. You got me on the floor for 20, 30 minutes. No, we're not doing that. You're gonna walk up on me, you're gonna ask me, yo, this, down, the third. You're gonna proper protocol somebody like me. How you doing? I'm gonna stop. How you doing? So you got ID? Yes. Boom.
Right.
Can I see it? Boom. I'm gonna show you my ID. Can I ask you what I'm being stopped for?
Right.
Give me a second, whatever, blah, blah. I'm gonna give you a second. Boom, boom, boom. We run my name, this, down, the third. All right, cool. Boom. Come back, ask me still, the questions, where you coming from? I'm coming from over there. You got one question to ask me. Boom. My ID came back clean. Am I, whatever? Am I under arrest? Once you say no, I'm taking my ID and I'm out.
Yeah. That at that point in time, like you said, that interaction, right? Which, like I said, I'm not too sure. It's gray area, but it's supposed to be documented, right? That you stopped me, right? And also, that's termination. If I'm not being under arrest and I don't want to talk to you no more, officer, have a good day. Or go play in traffic. Leave me alone, man. Like, at this point in time, we have no more interaction. You know what I'm saying? Because, so in that aspect as well, right? They want a compliance from that man, right? You hear them yelling out orders. Give me your fucking hands, just that third, cool, right? How can I give you my hands when you got two different orders being summoned on that man, right? Plus you punch me in my head. So who's to know that man's even coherent to know his hand is dead? He might have thought that he got, listen, and I'm not, like I said, I wasn't there. And, I hope that brother has a speedy recovery. You know what I mean? That king is real. But at the end of the day, I can't speak for him. But he said he had it in his back pocket. How can I possibly get to my back pocket, though? I'm bleeding.
You got my hand. You're kicking me in the face.
You're on top of me, right? At the end of the day, so it's like, and at the end of the day, at that point in time, he's being pummeled already. So now, how do you know I can't say that man didn't think like, yo, if I make the wrong move, this may be my life.
I start reaching for my pocket. That's a reason for y'all to shoot me.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So, and remember, like one point that I was going to get to that I'll tell you, this ain't even documented. Where's the body wound? Yo, hold on. Where's the shield at? I saw one with the shield on the thing, but no identification. It's like, I hear you, but son already took too many shots to the head. I don't know what, you don't know what he thinking or what's going on in his mind. But what I like to say though is this though, like, right? That situation is terrible. They was totally wrong in my opinion. You know what I mean? Like I said, but I don't take away from the good cops that's out there. And I hope that King, you know what I'm saying, is out there doing his thing. However, I will say this though. I do feel like the cops that are doing their job, I think they need a lot more recognition and mental health evaluations because they go through a lot on a daily basis. Now I'm saying they got to see psychs, but at the end of the day, it's like, yo, you see the videos where they getting heckled, they getting cursed at no authority, like it's no authority on.
Everybody got their phone out. Everybody's like, "Fuck you, suck my dick," throwing shit at them. All kind of shit. Like
I said before on one of other videos, everybody when they pull out the camera, they Michael B. Jordan. Yeah. But as soon as you get inside, you cuff. Now you crying, you sobbing, you a victim.
You telling on everybody. You telling on everybody in the hood that stole a piece of candy to a nigga that stole a car. You telling everything you know.
So
stop.
and they're not getting a break. So I'm not making excuses, but you got to think about it. You're working in a hostile environment every day. You making arrests every day. You don't know who got to go, who got to. So now it's like, okay, after a while, you're not like the human body's not meant to try to manage that stress. So your discernment going to be a little off at times. You feel what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I'm not making excuses,
No,
but I'm
no,
saying
I get it. Trust me.
I
I get it.
definitely think that law enforcement need um more hotlines, whatever can it be. And I just like to put this out there, no promotion, whatever. But if you are law enforcement, you are going through a situation, you need to speak to somebody that is, and it's a hotline that is confidential. It's
Mhm.
called Cop Line,
Yeah.
COPLINE. And like I said, you could speak to them, and it is confidential, and they will be there to listen and actually have resources to provide for you outside of the department. You know what I mean? Now back to the people. Like I said, this was an unfortunate situation. You know what I mean? Like I said, it's tragedy what happened to the king. I hope he does have speed up, speedy recovery and
And
all
for the
that.
people, those kind of cops are
Yeah, get rid of
minor. It's a minimum. That's a
yeah,
minimum because
yes,
the majority, 95% of the force is going to do their job. But you do got these Serpicos and all these dudes that think they, you know what I'm saying, whatever the case may be. So that's a minority of these type of cops right here.
absolutely.
And but then again, like I said, for the people, it's looking like it's a majority of us that's out here just being defiant, being whatever. We ain't walking around with no ID. We feeling like we gotta, because we pull out our cell phone, we got a lawsuit, or like, come on, like and a lot of y'all I know catching beatdowns and recording your own resistance of arrest,
Right.
which throws your lawsuit all the way out the window.
Yeah, my thing is that if you want to record, cool, that's your liberty, that's your right. Cool, record. Why are you so on the police, right? Why are you antagonizing me, right? The law enforcement authority, why they doing? You impeding on an investigation, right? Impeding on an investigation, and then you're talking about this and that. No, you better not touch me.
You pussy. This, that, and the third. I done told you to step back 10, 15
back
times.
Up. Back up.
Backing up, coming back, backing up, this, that, that. When I get tired and I place you under arrest, you're a victim now.
Yeah, and that's my thing about it. I don't like that. Like my thing is I don't know the law, like I don't know the law ins and out like that. But my thing is that I feel like to a certain extent, like when it's something that's on the cusp of things, meaning like a cop showed up, did they do these, whatever the case may be, then a kid, like sometimes you don't get a fair shake. So I think the court cases should be outside of the New York City jurisdiction, because the fact of the matter is this kid or this guy is a 36, 40, 26-year-old, let's say hoodlum now. He walks around with his pants off, his, he got a little size. As soon as it go and it doesn't go the way it seems, or arrest goes to the scene, or medical, or whatever happens, he gets locked up, he get apprehended, he's beat up, or maybe he's unalived. You know what I mean? For his own, maybe how the situation went. Now you're showing me a picture of son when he's 7 years old and playing baseball. Man, come on.
You showed me a picture. He 9 under the Christmas tree with grandma. Grandma been passed.
Yeah, you not showing me the picture with his face tattooed, talking about F the world.
You ain't telling me he got the bandana on, throwing his joints up.
Yeah, like
pulling out the ratchet and all that. You ain't showing me that.
Yeah, you're not showing me with the money on the line, with the blunt. You know what I'm saying? With the gat on there, talking about I'm killing everybody. You're not showing that video. You're not showing, and that's the thing about it. It can't be one-sided. You can't show. It's like, yo, I know that they say they're supposed to serve the public, right? Cool. So soon as something goes left, you show everything about an officer. You show how much they make. You show like they're not human. Like they don't have families. They're like, yo, it's the front page of the newspaper, right? Yeah. Cool.
You tell the world, you tell the public all my business.
Right. And this is what I'm saying. A journalist don't have no bias, right? Cool. But this is the thing about it. You show everything about that person. Now they getting all kind of threats and just that. The public already has an idea or a bias against them, right? Cool.
Guilty by public opinion.
Right. So this person.
Sad, I don't mean to cut your wisdom, but what's sad is then the department will lean towards the public opinion. You
Yes.
could be dead right, but now the public opinion is out here. They got you on viral with whatever, blah blah. So the department, I got to do something.
So
Take some kind of hit.
You're right. So now look. So now you got son, you done did a whole bunch of good stuff in your life, but you ain't never make the front page paper. You the front page paper of New York City, right? Cool, no problem. The person or whatever, y'all don't like the journalists don't put their Instagram, none of their social media until you don't put none of that on the who it is. You show the picture of him when he graduated junior high school. This nigga ain't been in school in like 20-some years. This nigga ain't been of a book, right? And then hold on. Now when the case is adjudicated and the officer is exonerated and they find out other details, you get a correction with the obituaries that you know what, this cop wasn't wrong. This also wasn't wrong. You by the obituary. You know how little that line is the obituary? Like, you don't get no kind of correction. You already have the bias of whatever they put on the paper for you. The media already put that out there. So it's like, like I said, I'm not saying take a sides again. Speedy recover to that king and whoever else experienced that kind of abuse. Like I said, those people that's on law enforcement, listen, man, wrap them up, man, pack them up, man. Listen, they need to be fired, and they also need to be not no kind of law enforcement. They need to be, blacklisted. Cool. Yeah. However, I just want the public to also realize there's a lot of stress that goes outside of the scope of doing the duties to provide justice for the public. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, we don't they say, oh, people get paid. They don't get paid for that. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's not what they taught in the academy. The academy they're training, I'm pretty sure they don't have riot situations with everybody making an arrest, with everybody circling around with cell phones and throwing shit at them and this, that, and third.
Kicking you hiding, you know what I'm saying? Or you ain't, you know what I'm saying?
They don't got that kind of training. That's a different type of arrest that when you in it, you in it. And at the end of the day, you're doing the best you can do under that situation and trying to have self-preservation as well as your partner too. You know what I'm saying? So,
and you're trying to show some diplomacy doing your job.
Right.
It's like the cops that was getting hit with the snowballs. Niggas just chucking snowballs out of blah, blah, blah. Then you got your mayor, who's supposed to be your chief in command, saying, oh, nah, that was just a snowball fight. Now,
mind you, this is what I'm saying, and that shows so much disrespect. You know why? Because listen, if somebody threw a snowball right at another kid and put his eye out, right, they locking that kid up.
That's a fact.
Or that adult up, right? So, and not only that, right? They sit here and they say, okay, cool, no problem. You hit somebody with a snowball and it's hard snow. That does not mean it cannot cause you a concussion or anything of the sort. That's not assault on the police.
That's definitely assault on the police. Definitely.
And this is what I'm saying. The mayor is crazy. You know why? Because at the end of the day, how you know my condition? I didn't sign. So hold on. So you telling me I could play? So you're telling me I'm working? They're working. They was working.
Yeah, we have work. We on the clock. Yeah.
So hold on. So if I'm going to get food or something or something that's outside the scope of my duty to my leisure, you want to slay me. But these people could do something that I didn't sign up for. I didn't co-sign to come to get, hit with snowball. That's
face
stuff.
You know what I'm saying? Snowball in the face. I ain't signed up for that. Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm pretty sure they would have wanted to go play, if that's the case, relieve them from their duties and allow them go play in the community. But at the end of the day, that's not what you're doing. You tell them to patrol. You know what I'm saying? At this point in time, they on patrol. They, whatever the case may be. I have some respect. Even as a person, I'm pretty sure if that was a white lady, right? Little 5-foot white lady, and she was sitting there and she just a couple of teenagers thought it was a good thing to do to start throwing snowballs, and she called the police. Right, and they didn't lock them up. Oh my gosh,
it's a problem. Yeah, I think it's very disrespectful for the mayor to just dumb that down.
Yeah, disregard. Yeah. Are you supposed to take that? Like,
no, because I get a city paycheck. I'm supposed to hold that. Nah.
Yeah, I'm like I said, I'm supposed to protect and serve the city. I'm not. That doesn't mean that they public servants. You feel what I'm saying? I serve the city. Yeah, but I'm not a servant. Oh, no, just take that.
Yeah.
What?
I'm supposed to come and just get totally disrespected.
So now hold on, real talk, real spill. So now hold on. So if I had to do a whole double, I'm talking about I got the swamp ass because my socks, everything wet. Like, hold on.
Tank top, everything wet, snow done went down.
Yo, hold on. I'm a rookie. I ain't even got the bread like that, so I only got one uniform trying to keep in circulation.
Feet.
Because they ain't have no jackets on.
Feet crazy because I'm out there. I got to sit in the cop car for a minute with the heat blasted and trying to go out. Like, oh, come on.
Yo, man. Yo, my whole shit wet. I only got one turtleneck because I'm still from the academy. You know what I mean? I'm fresh trying to get my money up. They ain't had no jackets on. It's below zero out here. They ain't had no jackets on. So it's like, I don't know them and I don't disrespect, but it looked like, they know, like, you know what?
Yeah, definitely.
I ain't got it. I ain't got it. I'm trying to make it. You know what I'm saying? So, I think the uniform pants done went up to like, it used to be like $60. Now they're like 95 for the
little Under Armour tactical boots was like 90. Now they like $140, $160.
Yeah, they done cut back on the material. They not even waterproof. They leak proof. They not even waterproof.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Nah.
I'm not built for this. I'm built for this snowball fight, man.
Yeah, niggas out here throwing snowballs at me. I'm like, nah.
And this is my first. I still got 2 more days of 12-hour shifts. Oh man, I gotta go take my socks off, put on the radiator, try. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man.
Yeah, sir. This is it's a dirty game out here, so it's a dirty game. Then they, like I said, I don't know if the police, they done, because I was watching this. So give me your opinion on this.
Hey, don't hit it. Eso, Daniel, esté tranquilo. Yo, eso no. Put your behind your back. Hey. Put your fucking hands on your back. Daniel, esté tranquilo. Back up. No, esté tranquilo. Bro. Daniel, está tranquilo.
Yo, man.
I don't know what.
Pack them up, man. Pack them up, man. Yo, pack these niggas up, man. Yo, man. Yo. I told you I was on a new walk, man. But, man. Listen, man. All this suckers, like, listen, man. God, you know my heart, man. But listen, man, gotta be spoken. This sucker shit is crazy, man. These dudes on steroids, man.
That 318 kicking in. That's
these niggas that's on his horse tranquilizers, pack these niggas up, man. It's like, what are you doing, bro? Like, first and foremost, you knew, like, he looked crazy. Why you, son, you modeling, you working, son. And the crazy thing about it is, man, he's already going down. What's up with that?
4 or 5 of y'all. It's 4 or 5 of y'all on him.
Yo, bro, like
4 or 5 of y'all on him, and you just duffing them out. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, come on, you just getting a free. Like, come on.
Yo, what's up with the sucker? Yo, what's up with the sucker shit? Like, son,
and that's what sometimes the public be talking about. Like, oh, y'all niggas got the fucking uniform on and all,
And then if you're official, right, that'll make your career hard because now you're like, yo, son, I'm not son.
I'm not these niggas.
I'm not. Yeah, he is. I'm not son. Like straight like that. Like, and then when you know what I'm saying. Now when you got to do what you do. Now niggas become. Now you got the Bronx Zoo everywhere because niggas are alligators. Are you alligator? Hold it down.
Definitely. Hold that down. You thought I was son. I showed you. I'm not that nigga. I'm not him.
We get. You want these?
They got to be 4. They got to be 4 y'all, and then it's just no. Nigga, it's 4 y'all. Me and my man. What's up? Y'all hold it down.
Yeah. We threw these.
That was the difference with us. That was
we got to where we need to be, right? Young, like yo, I don't get you with the you came with that. You came to squabble, nigga.
Yeah, you doing all this. Yeah, all right.
You can't. All right, come on, let's get this young man. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, yo, man, like, I ain't gonna lie, man, like, yo, man, these dudes, son, pack them, yo, son. I'm disgusted with these dudes. And it's like, yo, everybody going with this hold the nigga and hook in the face. What's up?
Yeah,
what's up? Like, like, yo, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, that's what I said. Like, damn, I'm stuttering and all that, man. This got me kind of, it's getting me tight. It's like, yo, bro, like, it's like, yo, even when we was on, I never was a sucker.
Nah,
I never was a sucker my whole. I never like suckers on the job. It's like, yo, bro, listen, man. Like, yo, you too big to be doing that, my boy. Even if you little, don't do that, my boy. Because at the end of the day, it's like, yo, what you doing? What are you doing, fam? Like, it makes the whole department integrity look bad, bro.
Look crazy. Just that one like that, it make it look real crazy. And it's a bad, that creatine got these niggas. I don't know what it is, son. I don't know.
That horse tranquilizer nigga got
they doing a little, you know what I'm saying? You mixing that tranquilizer, creatine, and your little pre-workout, and you just, you know what I'm saying?
You probably go see that man, high school, son was like the nerd kid or something. Be like, yo, what are you doing, fam? Yeah. Like, it's like, yo, and then it's like, yeah. And then it's like, you could, like, yo, now it's like, you yell, yo, give me a fucking hit. Yo, bro, listen, it's about 10 of y'all on them. I can't give you my hand. Like, yo, who is directing them, fam?
Yeah.
And this is the thing about it.
Yeah.
And this is my thing about it, right? These should be videos of training. Because at the end of the day, right? Run this back. Like, even when we was in the department, right? They didn't like to listen to real people, right? So my thing is this: at the end of the day, I
know how that go. You make too much sense. Yo, get out of here. Get out of here.
Yeah, you take a nigga's job. Like, nigga, I do this, of course, for a paycheck. If I do it for the people, I don't really care about your job, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but anyway, take these videos, right? And show every unit, like call everybody from the precinct or in our department. Yo, call all the captains, yo, all the delegates, yo, mercy meeting. See this video right here? Right? Blur it out. Cool.
Yeah.
Yo, you could have the academy staff reenacted. You see this right here? This use of force will not be tolerated. Tell me where it went wrong. Cool. All right, cool. You giving the hand and show what would be tolerated. So now it's like this. Why would you wait for the outside entities to come and do an audit on your staff? That means your training is trash. That means that you are trying to cover stuff up. You're condoning fuckboy shit. So therefore, like I said, why wouldn't you want to correct it off the rip? Yo, come here, man. You remember, yo, listen, you know how I should do. Yo, man, I wasn't like, man. Yo, this shit right here look crazy. What are you doing, man? Like, what are you doing, man? But you know what's crazy, though? I took it as this, though, man. Like I look at it like this, right? Like, I was passionate what I did because I felt like, and this is real talk, real spill right here, man. Like, I didn't have to like you or you didn't have to like me, right? And it's just the same thing like being a parent, right? I did what I did so that, you know what? The next time you're in that situation, instead of hearing the outside, you hear me in a voice.
Yeah.
So that's why I talk the same way I talk. I might have cursed that staff. I might have, just that I might have talked aggressive because it's like, I'd rather you hear me and be like, I don't want to hear his mouth and do the right thing, and opposed to you losing your job, you getting locked up, so now when I can sit back, whether people like me or not, I see people take their kids, graduate college. I done seen people buy houses. I done seen people buy cars. I done seen people retire off the fact of me just being in their ass, pause. Mm-hmm. And the fact of the matter, and they like, you know what? That's a reward for me. And that's when you take them positions, you got to know it's a sacrifice. You're not here to be liked. I'm here to be the overseer and protect you. And it's a lonely walk. But everybody ain't built for it. But God, like I said, God had it, man. He had me, man. So
he had us. He had us. He put you because you know I was a little wild for the night too. You know, son, what you doing, son? You had to check me. My bad, boss. All right, cool. Then we go out, get a little drink. You know, but it's, you know what I'm saying. So you know, it's the love was there, but every now and then, nigga, we at work, nigga, we can't do it. And I had to, you know what I'm saying. And then that was for me to check the next nigga. Yo, son, you wilding. Chill out,
and
you know what I'm saying. We got this.
And that's the thing. And that's the thing about it. That's what's lost. That's what's lost. We got too many people with ego, right? At the end of the day, that's how I was brought up, right? Like up in the career, like you didn't talk to superiors. Your superior was a senior officer. You feel me? And at the end of the day, it's like that's what you do. Like that's what it's like, yo. Nah, I didn't. That's why when I left, I'm like, I'm leaving quiet. I'm on me. Like I don't want nothing. Like yo, if I did anything, that's what I say. If I did anything for you, pass it on to somebody else. That's the real deal. That's like, because at the end of the day, that's how you build a legacy. Like, yo, you know what? If you really care about somebody, you care about the people. You don't care about the accolades, man. Accolades.
Yeah. Each one teach one.
That's it, man.
That's it. And you know, when you just go from there, then you get more of that going on. You know what I'm saying? And you know, like I said, you see somebody that's a little rogue, you know, wild for the night. Because plenty of times I had to, yo, son, chill. First of all, it's 5 of us. Homie ain't gonna, you know, he just talking. Relax. You know what I'm saying? I done seen, you know, have dudes cuffed, shackled, masked, and then, you know, just because they talking, niggas be ready to go in the nigga mouth. I'm like, yo, son, relax, man. Like, this nigga's harmless. Relax, man. Like, you know, but, you know, I don't know, sometimes niggas be having shit going on, like you said.
Yeah.
And niggas, that ego getting, you know, so, you know, you got to kind of be like, yo, relax, son. You know what I'm saying? Relax.
Yeah,
you know,
I mean,
let's not get crazy. The situation is well at hand. We got this. You know, if you need to go take a walk. Go ahead, son. I got you. Don't even worry. I ain't even gonna feel a kind of way. Go ahead, you know.
Yeah, you know,
all that because what homie just did, not only you get in trouble, you get everybody that was out there.
You jam everybody else up. Like
everybody out. You jam everybody up. You know what I'm saying?
And my thing is that if you got so much built up aggression, right? Like that's so my thing is that they do a psych test, right? Or on the job, supposedly, right? But they don't follow up with that. Nah. You get what I'm saying? Like, and that's where I think they fall wrong. Like, and then another thing too, they don't do like a sociology class on how to deal with people, right? Because a certain amount of people, they're gonna talk with their hands. Some people, you know, if you know, Jamaican, yo, you know what I mean? Like, yo, man, that's his that nigga told them.
You know, you got whatever. You got it. You know what I'm saying?
You got the poppies that speak. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like,
that's one thing I learned. Jargon is everything. Like, because if you listen to these liberals, you know, they'll walk up. Yeah, they want you to be, how you doing, sir, man, whatever, blah, blah, this, that, and the third. And the motherfucker in the street gonna look at you like you crazy. Yo, fuck out my face, pussy. And that's where you get that energy from. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, experience is the best teacher. So you come up, yo, fam, what's up? How you doing? Boom, boom, boom. So I'm in the uniform, so that speaks for itself. Yo, fam, yo, boom. You got ID? Why you pulling out? You got ID? I'm just telling you why I'm stopping you. Blah, 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 this, that, and the third. Now, if you get no crazy, I can tell you, yo, fam, I'm talking to you. Relax. Like I'm talking to you, like a human being. You know what I'm saying? I said, if it ain't you, I'm gonna be on my way. I'm taking 3 minutes of your time.
That's it.
You know, but then, some nigga fuck my dick vote. But then now you can explain that, yo, I stopped you, this, that, and the third. That liquor store thing, you just walking up, grabbing my wrist, and now I'm like, because my reflexes alone gonna be like, yo, what you doing? I just came in here by you know what I'm saying, some liquor.
Yo, son,
running down my reflexes alone. Boom. So, yo, what you doing? Boom. You slam my head into the refrigerator. Oh, it's lit.
Son had the bucket low, about to buy the wine. He got up early.
It was a nice day. He was like, last week, you know, it was 80 degrees. He like, oh, I'm about to.
He pulled out the fresh linen. He like, yo, I'm about to go home and turn up on something.
Son.
Like, I gotta work a little early. You know, he about to make a sangria. You know what I mean? To get a little Mama Ria. You know what I mean? Like a little Maria.
Take them these two niggas over here on some just.
It's like, and now you want to beat niggas up, and like, come on, man.
Like, nah,
come on, like
niggas, that shit is corny. And NYPD, y'all taking this, you know, y'all took a L on that one, and I gotta apologize to the people.
The one you just showed me too. That's an L, B.
Yeah, that's definitely an L. That's definitely an L. Yeah.
So my thing is that, like, it's back to what you're saying. It's like, I don't think this is another thing, man. People get promoted, right? But they don't give them, it's beyond a test. What I would do is give like a scenario test. So the year you pass the written test, right?
Mhm.
And remember, the written test is easy.
Yeah.
And a lot of people gonna say, "What you mean it's easy?" All right, obviously niggas can read and write. That's how we got the job, right? So therefore, like when you taking the test, right? You taking the test in a classroom setting or wherever you taking it on a computer, right? All right, if it's hot outside, they got AC. If it's cold outside, they got heat in the sitting area, right? You're not hearing the screaming, you're not hearing the yelling, you're not hearing this. All right, cool. So right, so it's easy to say A, B, C, or D, right? But what happens when you either in corrections where you have a housing area that's going off the bells, you got staff that's under you that's telling you, yo, what you should do, this, that, third. You got multiple situations going on. Are you able to make that decision, split decision, and you may not have the resources that they're saying that you have on the test? Do you have to make the decision that's thinking for outthinking the inmates, thinking to protect the officer, the captain, and whatever, and thinking how the high ups are going to view it, and that split second. And then on outside, are you able, outside of PD, are you able to say, hey, you know what? Like you said, self-awareness. I boom, protect myself. All right, keep this perp or whatever in restrain them and protect my partner. Are you able to make that decision split second?
And have my partner and my partner on the same thing too.
Right.
And the big us up, you know, at the end of the day, NYPD, respect to y'all the finest, but correction, we the baddest and the boldest because we're always outnumbered.
Always.
Always outnumbered.
Always.
So, you know, at the end of the day, we walking into.
We don't run. 50. Yeah. It's like, yo, you know. So it's like, all right. So a situation, right? You have to walk in with conviction. I don't give a fuck if you scared and your heart is in your nuts. You gotta pause, but you gotta walk in there and command that situation.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And you have to be like, all right, cool.
Walking there like, yo.
Yeah, you gotta make decisions on the split. So I think that
I always said, I think it should be NYPD and correction should sometime switch at least one time out the career. People should switch about a year and NYPD do correction do NYPD, because NYPD, how homie handled that situation, you're not going in the housing area handling that. It's 5 of us, one nigga duff out, you start duffing them out because now you got 49 motherfuckers like, yo, what you doing? And niggas might just set it on.
Yeah, I mean,
you ain't gonna be talking to dudes crazy and doing all that other stuff when you're outnumbered. It's me and you walking 48 motherfuckers to chow, and niggas start acting up. You're gonna have to learn how to get your point across, but at the end of the day, get your respect as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, check this out. You're my man. You know what I'm saying? Boom. And you got to be assertive, but be expected at the same time, because at the end of the day, it's gonna go left. I'm gonna do me regardless, and I got my partner back. But I don't feel like fighting all you motherfuckers. I don't. But you niggas not gonna chump me. That's a certain kind of mindset and experience level that you're gonna have to, like, that's just experience. Like, I don't think they can teach that. Like you said, that's something that a lot of you used to do it. I remember you used to do that when we was on, you know, we do a lot of like hands-on training, you know.
Because and that's what I was saying, like, when you get promoted, like, so that's a great idea, King. Like, but you know what? Why I don't think that's ever going to work is because it's such a shortage, and niggas don't want each department going to try to steal from each other. You feel me? So, but I do think that if they do come to some kind of collaboration or some kind of understanding, they should do on-the-job training. Like, you do a week following cops and do a week in correction. So now you understand a little bit more, right? So now you have a mutual respect for both law enforcement. But like even when I said getting promoted, right? Remember, it's easy to sit here and tell other motherfuckers what to do and you don't do it, right? But are you, like, that's what I said, it should be a written test and a scenario test. And if you don't pass the scenario test, then we're not going to get rid of you, depending on how bad you're articulated on that. But then how bad you are, you stay and get trained more. I think on both departments, they should do that, even when you get promoted as well, because at the end of the day, when you're taking a test in a nice, comfortable environment.
Facts.
At the end of the day, that's not realistic. You're not making the decisions in a nice, comfortable environment. You're under duress. And at the end of the day, if you don't have, like, it's good. I mean, my thing that they, like, you could read 1,000 books. Doesn't mean you're smart because you don't know how to apply the knowledge that you got.
That's a
Like,
fact.
so
You
that
come out, you come
application
out,
of
you come out
knowledge,
there, you
yes,
come out the academy. Boom. You strictly books, this, that, and the third. Y'all been in there laughing and joking, this, that, and the third. Both correction and PD. PD, you come up out that squad car, quiet in that squad car. Now, boom, you hop out in front of St. Nick Projects, and you
Yep.
got 1,000 niggas. The hands is fuck out here, pussy. He ain't do nothing. You trying to get you don't even know where your people's at. You get there, you see that one cop got nigga on the floor, this, that, and the third, boom, boom. You know, other niggas is there. You see somebody kick them, and boom. So you like looking, you know, boom, and you just waiting for backup, but you gonna have to react. Same with correction. You walk in there, you come in, boom. Everything is quiet until you crack that door. Now you got niggas fuck out here, boom. An apple come flying at you, boom, a milk. Now you're like, yo, hold on, boom. You in there, the V officer in there wrestling with a motherfucker. You come in there, you know, that's stress training.
right.
A lot of be surprised. I done seen a lot of people fold.
Yeah.
A lot of people fold, come out of there crying. Now we all looking bad. One person crying will have us all looking crazy.
Nah, because you left to do what? So yeah, we could train you, but we left to do what? When you in that situation, right? It's fight or flight, right? And at the end of the day, it's either it's in you or it's not. The instinct gonna kick in. So whatever instinct is in you, it's gonna kick in. So if you been, like I said, if you been soft and you took flight, you're gonna take flight. Unless you like it kick in right then and like, nah, I'm not leaving my partner. Unless you built that up or you built it after a while, it's gonna be like, yo, you know what? I gotta react or whatever. But for initially, it's gonna be like, yo, self-preservation. What I'm doing. So now that's the thing about it. I don't care about how much training you are. What is the application of that training? Application of that training is muscle memory. Was going to make you be like, okay, just stand there. But because I'm not gonna lie, you probably give it to those cops right there, right? There's two situations, and they probably feel like they was in a fight of their life. They probably, because the way they probably feel like, oh, I was in danger. This is why I did it. You see him? He's flailing. Hold on, fam. You swinging him, fam. Like, you know what I mean? You done did like a 1,000 kettlebell thrust a day. You flinging them, fam. But if you're not touching the body and you're not having application to know, like, hey, I'm self-regulated, then it's like, yo, you gonna do excessive. You feel what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, like, it's not the application. And like I said, again, I'm not taking away from New York City, NYPD, or Department of Corrections training. You gotta do a great job. Like I said, the resources that may be taken and financing and all that, fiscal and all that, I'm not taking nothing away from that. Like I said, we're just making suggestions that people, they're not, to me, you're not assessing what somebody could do and seeing in a stressful situation how they may, yes, how they may react.
Until they get out in that field. The field is the real training.
And I think that it should be more, or like I said, more assessment on scenario-based training, because that's what you're doing as well. You're doing that you're doing that way more than you are sitting in the classroom. You see what I'm saying? Like, you go to the training, but you're more in the field than you are in training. And that training can't be just good on paper. It has to be applicable to the actual current events or current dynamics or demographics of where you actually assigned to. And I think it's outdated.
Yeah, no, that's a fact. That's a fact. That's definitely a fact. Yeah. I mean, once again, family, always a pleasure. You know what I'm saying? You know,
yes, sir.
Yeah, I just came on. I told the people I would come on, and my man came once again, held me down. You know what I'm saying? Gave his expertise. Like I said, we ain't lawyers, but this is 40 years of experience right here. Me and this brother right here. Like I said, this brother definitely was my supervisor. And 100%, whatever he said, I totally was in. What we doing, boss? You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, and there was a lot of supervisors, I'd be like, nah, we ain't gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? Boom, I take, but you came, you know what it was. Yo, how you gonna do it? Because experience, you know, each one teach one. Iron sharp as iron. So,
yeah.
You know, the respect level was always there with you, my brother. You know what I'm saying?
Myself for interruption though, but we was a team, man. I couldn't have did it without y'all, man. Like I said, like, you know, people always like to take credit for themselves, but you only as good as the people that uplift you. You feel me? So like you pull back into each other. So I mean, yo, we could talk for days. We got used to the force together. So therefore it wasn't on some. I was never a boss. I learned just as much as from y'all. So it was a team. You know what I'm saying? So I said like we linked. You know what I mean? So therefore, like I said, so anybody out throughout my career that like I said, I have a genuine love for y'all, and like I said, I was only as good as the people that I was able to work with. Man, you only as good as the people that you like they say. You could worry about you. You only as good as the people that come behind you that you could uplift. And like I said again, congratulations on that big 20. You're like you know what I mean. You grinded it out. Like we you know what I mean. We here like so when and this right here is what needs to be more glorified. You feel me? Like us as people that's actually making it to retirement and living life and this, that, and third in these careers, and it's not, not alcoholics, not this, not that. And I'm not knocking nobody. You know what I'm saying? It's like if you going through that right now, like I said, it's always help out there. If you are law enforcement, cop line, COPLINE, somebody that can reach out confidential, get help. You know what I mean? It's like by no means I'm condemning you. We've been there. We've been on that job. We've been under that stress. It's a lot of stress. You're going through a lot. You got home. You got this. You got that. You got this. You know what I mean? And I just like to say, like, yo, we are two pioneers that made it. I mean, it's a ton of pioneers and people that made it before us. And I want to give homage to them as well. But it is a light at the end of the tunnel. So it's like, yo, man. But yo, and for the people that's doing sucker shit out there, man, listen, man, stop it, man. Stop it, because ain't no good coming out. Like you killing the people that's doing, you making it harder for your partner. So don't say you love your partner, you out there putting them in jeopardy, whether you're doing sucker shit, don't get recorded. Because at the end of the day, they may have to work and you call out. And now they get hit. Somebody remember them for some shit you did. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, take the job, do the job. You don't want to do the job? Don't take the job, man.
There you go. That's simple as fact. Don't jeopardize your family as well as mine too, because you feel like you got something to prove. Like you check your ego at the door. And then that's it. You got to come in there knowing who you are, and you don't let nobody push you over to boom, and you take that. What now you want? You know what I'm saying? Because it's 15 of us and it's 3 of them. Now you duffing the nigga out and all that. Like what we doing? Like come on,
Now you super thug. Come on.
So, but once again, family, we preach the hour like a spoon, you know what I'm saying? Love is love, respect is respect. I got to catch up with my homie on the physical to get this, you know what I mean? Toast
You got it.
You wasn't able to make the party, son. I got to catch the guard on the physical, and, we toasted up one twice. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
You know what I mean? Do that, link that up, fam. But
love is love, King.
Against my man Trim King.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? On deck, you know what I'm saying? He's a barber as well. Anybody need that? You know what I'm saying? Tell me about your little, the hat to the cap. They don't even know about that.
Yeah. All right, so right now we rocking this Knicks. You know what I mean? Hold on, hopefully they ain't pulling no tricks. You know what I'm saying? Like, play that game the way it's supposed. But
Thursday we pull that off.
So but Trim King on Instagram or Trim King on TikTok. I usually do a session of facts under cap. Usually talk about follicles. If you experiencing anything with a lot of minorities, but anybody, if you're experiencing issues with hair bumps, like I said, reach out. There's definitely solutions out there. Like we getting a lot of good results for people, for a lot of men out there that's facing it. And that's my passion, because like I said, that confidence, giving back the kings, their confidence is really dope. So it's really innovative, the fact that for so long, not even dermatologists actually giving results that we actually reversing the effects of AKN, you know what I mean, depending on what stage it is, you know what I mean. So thank you for that, bro. But we out here, man. We moving. I appreciate you for that, man.
Definitely family. Once again, it's a pleasure. You know what I'm saying? Sign up to the next time, family. I appreciate you coming through.
All right. Yes, sir. Have a good one, King.
Peace, King. My man Trim King always holding me down. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know, so once again, like I said, I want to apologize to the people from my last podcast. I was totally wrong on that. But you know, like, you know, comment and subscribe to the channel, man. You know, give me a comment on what y'all thought about that, and you know, whatever, you know, how y'all feeling out there, you know what's going on out here in New York City. You know, shit is crazy, I know, you know, but somebody gotta do that job, you know what I'm saying? And not everybody is, you know, a rogue, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, signing off. Peace, y'all.